health and psychosocial support in the electoral process in Nigeria. Dr. Aishat Yeswa, Medical Director of Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital Kaduna, made this disclosure during a national dialogue on election security management in Nigeria, organized by Clean Foundation. She stated that maximum attention must be given to the manifestation and consequences imposed on mental health of citizens from the backlash of hate speech and psychic injury caused before, during, and after elections.
Health security, majorly in my own case, is the mental health aspect of that. Well, prior to the elections, there are a lot of hate speech. And this hate speech, what do? They are deliberately done so as to cause injury to the brain of an individual or a political party or a politician himself. So what does it do? So the instrumentalization of hate speech becomes a tool in mobilization support for either a politician or a political party. And what does it do? It contributes to sowing seed of disharmony, which could either be to an individual or to a group as a whole. So it divides us along religious line and the ethno-religious regional fault lines, which becomes a problem. Examining the link between hate speech and psychic injury, how it influences voters' behavior and the outcomes of election. In this situation in 2023, the consequences of our election, what we are going through now, it affects a lot of people. And the argument here is simple. We have to understand that the way we talk, the way we behave, at the end of the day, it results in a problem. So the voters that are voting, are they really voting because they are okay? Or they are voting because they have to vote? Or they are voting just anybody?
She, however, advised the government to allow free flow of information and the media to intensify efforts in countering fake news about misinformation, which were a major factor. Enhancing negative biases, also called on Nigerians to build their resilience on positive thinking and refrain from analyzing the country's progress using sentiments and biases of religion and ethnicity.
So I want to ask today, in all the monitoring that we do in election, is there any monitoring of mental health of the people that are voting? Do we have anybody anywhere that has the capacity to join the security force in manning these people, especially when it comes to elections that people were kidnapped? People that are there for the election were kidnapped. Peace builders amongst us here that go for the peaceful mission. How many of you have caused or resulted in having secondary post-traumatic stress? Because you couldn't even handle what is going on there. You yourself became traumatized. So we need to look at a lens where we come to assist the peace-building community and the electorate officials at the time of election on how to navigate the terrain. And I think it's becoming obvious now that we need it, as the COVID-19 has showed us that mental health is a significant component of health. So the agenda of President Tinubu entails the Federal Ministry of Health, and we have the health security as part of it. So I am standing here for health security and to give you the lens during this discussion to reflect on the psychic of our voters.